Vercingétorix,
I am not going to pronounce that correctly. Holy crap. There are like 10 syllables.
Vercingétorix,
Vercingétorix. Yeah, close enough. Stupid American way of pronouncing it.
Vercingétorix.
There you go. Tier 9 Premium French Assault Medium Tank. Kinda oxymoronic since the French doesn't do assault. Cheese-eating surrender monkeys. They do support, but the closest you're going to get to assault vehicle for the French is the AMX M4 series, but those are technically classified as versatile, not assault. But all jokes aside, this looks like a good vehicle. It's like a 𝗩𝗲𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗁 that trades the rocket boosters for a rapid mode, similar to the Polish medium tanks, the CS63 or 52C, but has the turret armor and the gun depression to house a 120mm. So packs a punch, not as much as the 𝗩𝗲𝗿, but good enough too. And the rapid mode doesn't have limited charges. You can always go rapid mode, right? The turbo mode. The downside to it is cupola is a little bit bigger than the Chinese medium tank. There's only one for the commander. The loader cupola is not as big, but this lip might be a problem. Just wiggle about the turret. So loader cupola is much smaller. That should be the commander cupola with more view range on the sides. Machine guns for both. And rangefinders might be a weak spot on the side of the turret, but shoot here to penetrate more or less. It does have the gun depression to hide the cupola, so that's a plus. But the turbo mode will help you get to like key position faster, like the castle on Himmelsdorf, and then contest with the gun depression, right? And the turret armor. So pretty much like the 𝗩𝗲𝗿, just trading rocket boosters for a turbo mode all the time. Visually, not a bad looking vehicle, more or less like an AMX-30 or so, but big mantlet. That's a very big mantlet on the turret front. So pretty decent vehicle from initial impression, right? To just get to a key position using the alpha, and DPM is not that bad too. So 400 alpha, a little bit less than the 440 on the 𝗩𝗲𝗿, but penetration is alright. Shell velocity could be better, but it is AP, so has a normalization. Aim time, accuracy seems about the same ballpark as with the Russian and Chinese large caliber gun on a medium. 8 degrees of gun depression, 15 elevation, it's fine. 40 ammo count, which is not bad for a 120, so it doesn't run out of the shells. 14.2 horsepower per ton ratio and 40 km/h top speed. Now this is the earlier rendering of the Supertest Stats, and here is the actual turbo mode. So turbo mode will give you 60 km/h top speed, and you can also go backwards at 22, so it's not like rocket going only forwards. And 23 horsepower per ton ratio, so pretty good. Now dispersion while moving in rapid mode is utterly horrendous for the Polish tank at least, but I presume it's about the same for this vehicle too. And 3 seconds of aim time in rapid mode, but fine. Hull traverse, fat medium tank, turret traverse, fat medium tank. 1700 health, which is not bad. It's actually about the same as the object 752, which is a heavy tank, close enough, so surprising. 220 turret front and 110 hull front. The hull front should be more or less about 200mm effective, so could bounce a few, but you're mostly relying on the mantlet and the turret front. View range could be better. Radio range, below standard for some reason, but that's still fine. So seems like a good vehicle, right? You can go into the rapid mode to get to key position and just switch to normal mode and having the same gun performance as a Russian 122 or Chinese 122 for medium. So on paper, 2400 DPM, not bad. Especially with a rammer, that's about 2700, which is pretty good. Top speed of 60 in rapid mode, and switching back and forth is only 2 seconds, so not that long. You have to be still, I remember, to switch. similar to the Polish medium tanks, but it's not like the EBRs where you can just switch on the move. So just rev up and switch while you're revving. So therefore you don't lose the speed, right? You're just not revving in the same time you're switching, but you're still going forwards at like 20 kilometers per hour top speed. So camo, not that great. It's like a patent, so assault medium tank, crap camo, that's fine I guess. And view range could be better, 380. Put optics on this thing, yeah. View range could be a little bit better. So we're already broken the glass ceiling of crap tier 9 medium tanks, right? With 𝗩𝗲𝗍𝗏 and the recent Eric, the Kampfpanzer Eric concept number 1. So this could be another very good tier 9 premium medium tank, right? Originally, crap vehicles doesn't compete at tier 9 like the TL7 or T54 Heavy. So originally tier 9 premium tanks are kind of mediocre. Now they're getting spicier. So that's kind of good, I guess. Power creep. But gold shell, 300mm pin, APCR, a little bit faster shell velocity, but costs more. High explosive is high explosive. It seems good, right? If you like the 𝗩𝗲𝗍, you probably will like this vehicle. 𝗩𝗲𝗍 is a very well-performing tier 9 premium from the Holiday Ops boxes, but this seems like another good assault medium tank. Like really decent. The turbo mode will take you so many places where normally slow vehicles will not get there fast enough. So turbo mode is very important, but only applies to 2 out of the Polish medium tanks. Only the tier 10 and the premium tier 8 that doesn't have a firepower for the turbo mode. The 52C doesn't have the firepower necessary after you get to the place you want to be, but that muzzle brake is different. Was this vehicle considered as a tech tree vehicle? You see that? That's more like a 90mm or 100mm, not a 120. That's not the same muzzle brake on this vehicle. You see that? Yeah, small detail. But equipment wise, I would say similar to the 𝗩𝗲𝗍, rammer is a must. I put optics and a turbocharger to make it go faster. You could put vertical stabilizer on these vehicles if you feel the actual accuracy while traversing is kind of wonky. It's about 0.2 for hull traverse and movement, but let's see, yeah, 0.2, which is not that great, but at least turret traverse dispersion is not bad. So you could put vertical stabilizer to help out with the actual dispersion, but I think if you're a little bit more patient, you could use optics, right? Optics is more or less counter light tanks or other medium tanks when you're just taking the hits into your turret. So this one's up to you, but rammer is an obvious must. And I would say turbocharger is also a must for a rapid, even more rapid mode, getting to the places you need to be. And the third option is optics or vertical stabilizer for your preference. But this is a very good assault medium tank, very good assault medium tank. Just switch out the rocket boosters for rapid mode, and there you go. So field mods wise, first one is less penalty or faster hull traverse and turret traverse. I will say faster traverse. You have a very exceptional buff to practicality with the commander skill. If you have practicality, you have faster cooldown on the consumables and therefore don't need the penalty loss, right? So I would say a little bit faster traverse for assault medium tanks, but this one's up to you as well. Dispersion while moving or aim circle size. Now this is a close range vehicle, so I would say better dispersion while moving. And perhaps it will be about the same for this vehicle as well, with garbage dispersion while traversing. We'll have to see with the soft stats, but usually tier 9 vehicles have kind of garbage dispersion while moving. For example, T54D, crap. Object 590, crap. So yeah, we'll have to see, but yeah, I would say the first one. Better dispersion while moving and traversing. Camo or reverse speed. If you already have turbocharger, I would say better camo, even though camo is not that great. Some camo still helps, right? Unless you want to go the full way of having no camo whatsoever, yeah, it's up to you. But if you really want to play like a heavy, go with better reverse speed. But with camo, 17.76 on the DZT, which is not that bad, right? It's still kind of meh, but a little bit more workable. And finally, hit points doesn't matter. At tier 9 with only 2%, that's nothing. Go with faster aim speed. Hit points is like 60. It's not that much. Not even close to that much. This thing doesn't have as much health as the Vector X. I'm going to call it the Vector X. It's way too complex. Vercingétorix. Yeah, no. So, yeah, health buff is not that much. I would say better aim time. Yeah, much better aim time. By 0.1 seconds or so. Or 0.2 seconds. So overall, it feels good. All jokes aside, for French assault vehicles, that doesn't happen. There's no French assault. There's nothing. You can take a look. But French medium tank assault, nothing. Heavy tank assault, nothing. All tank destroyers are support. So you support, you don't assault. You could assault with the 𝗩𝗲𝗍, but that's not recommended, right? Not really. So this one's up to you, but I would say this vehicle's good. It's like a DZT. DZT is a very good performing vehicle. This one just trades the rocket boosters for a turbo mode. And funny enough, the tier 9, the tier 8 normal tank on the Polish mediums doesn't have rapid mode, even though the CS59 could use it, right? CS59 having rapid mode, crazy to think about, even though it doesn't really have the turret armor. So it has the DPM on the Polish medium at tier 9, but if this thing has rapid mode, holy crap, that would be great. This thing has insane DPM for a tier 9 medium tank, about 3,150 with a rammer. So this thing has a DPM. If this thing could rev to like 70 km/h top speed in rapid mode with like 25 horsepower per ton ratio, that would be nuts. Even though it doesn't have the turret armor. So it's also versatile, not assault. But I think it's good. It's breaking the traditional garbage tier 9 mode for premium tanks, right? You cannot have good premium tier 9s. That's not the case anymore with the DZT, with the Eric, now a French vehicle. So I would say, from initial impression, this is like a 6.5. This seems good. If you don't have the cupola weak spot, it's a 7, right? You have to wiggle about to throw off the shots, but it has the mobility to get to key position faster, and having the turret armor and the firepower to thwart faster vehicles like a Leopard prototype contesting the hill on Himmelsdorf, even though it shouldn't. But I would say 6.5 for now. Very decent out of the recent French vehicle influx. The Brenos, the FCM2C, the Sentinel is kind of meh, whatever. This seems good. Well, there you go, folks. I'm not going to pronounce the name. It refers to a Gallic king against Julius Caesar before Christ. He was only 36 when he died? Holy crap. And spent 6 years in prison. So he was 30 when he surrendered to Julius Caesar. What the hell have I been doing with my life? It's like comparing yourself to Taylor Swift. He's like, what the hell have you been doing? Jesus. Okay. Oh god.
Vercingétorix.
I'm going to call it Vector X. It's a little bit simpler, modern, I guess. Vector X, Vercingétorix. Okay, fine. Well, there you go, folks. So as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.